the checkup if you do, you will see that the lipids are deranged. Cholesterol is high, triglycerides are high, and this is true even for the younger people today. If you look at teenagers, you know, or people working with call centers or with corporates, IT companies, if we ever do their health checkup, we see that their lipids are usually deranged. Cholesterol is high, triglycerides are high, sugars are borderline. Now, why is this happening? Obviously because, yes, the lifestyle is very different. The lifestyle is not really good for our health. But what is most important, that we as Indians are more predisposed to getting these problems because of our genes. We were exposed, our forefathers were exposed to a lot of famine and starvation in the past. So our genes were such that if you eat 100 calories, out of that 20 calories will be saved up as energy for a day when you will not get it. Now the genes have remained the same, but now instead of just eating limited calories, we are exposed to extra calories. So what happens is, whatever we eat, a part of it is still going and getting accumulated as fat, and this fat is causing all the problems. So we have to understand that our genes are not supporting us, and if we are going to do, you know, going to change our lifestyle drastically, it's only going to cause more and more problems. Okay, so as we say, modern living and eating habits have changed. If you look at yourself and look at your children or grandchildren today, it's so different. For us, the only way to actually get entertained was going to the park or going down to play. Today, if you see, most children, even at the age of 2, are so hooked on to the PlayStation or iPad, and you know, they're only playing games on that. Nobody's really going down to play, and childhood obesity is becoming a big problem. In fact, there's a very big study called the MARC study which is being done, which has screened a lot of children, and that study has shown that 23% of our children today are overweight and obese, and this is causing the onset of diabetes and heart problems very early on in life. What's happening? Anyway, so modern living and eating habits have changed. Today, whatever we are eating is very high in refined carbs. Like if you go out to eat, or even if you look at what your children and grandchildren are eating, it will be burgers, pizzas, French fries, and today you have access to a lot of things. You know, I still remember in my days when I was young, only time we could go out to eat was an Udupi restaurant, or it was a thali, or it was a dosa. Today, you have a big list of menu cards which are there at home, and you just have to call up and you get everything. And the offers are so tempting that if you see, instead of buying one pizza, you get another pizza free. If you buy one thing, you will get French fries and Coke free. So you obviously go to buy bigger things, and then you end up eating larger amounts, and the portion size really increases. Okay, what's happening? Yeah. So today everything is jumbo sized. You know, you had first those small vada pavs, and today you have jumbo vada pavs opened up. And now it's no longer just the vada pav. You have Szechuan vada pavs, you have cheese vada pav, and you have like the big sized pav with the vada in it. So you end up eating more calories, and this is causing the problem today. Okay, all of us, I'm sure, you know, if you look at many houses, everyone's changing their TVs from the small TV. First, our black and white TVs were there, which are really small. And then you had those big color TVs which came in, and now you have these slim TVs come in. And today, if you ask most people, they have more than 2 TVs in the house. Yeah, I'm sure even us. I have 2 TVs in the house, and I'm sure most of us, because hall mein TV dekhna band ho gaya, to bedroom mein jaake we switch on the TV. Or we have TVs in each room for our children because they want to watch something, and that amount of time that we dedicate to watching TVs. Today you have serials starting from 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock in the evening right up to 11 and 11:30 in the night. And people sit down for so long, and when they are sitting, they don't know how much they are eating because they take their food plate. Nobody eats like a family on a dining table. Everybody is sitting, you know, on the sofa and just watching TV and eating. So the amount of food that is going in, we have no control on that. And there is a study which has shown that if you watch TV for more than 1 hour or 1.5 hours a day, you will end up gaining weight. And this is very true. It's already proven, and this is something which is very true. Again, sleep is interrupted because of this. If you look at most people, you know, sometimes I see mails coming from young teenagers at 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock in the morning. And I tell them, what are you doing till that time? No, we are on Facebook till 3 in the morning. And then what happens is they get up late or they have to get up early, so they're not sleeping for that much time which is required. Sleep is a very important factor, though it's highly neglected. Today, because of our lifestyle or because of our working hours, we are not able to get that 7.5 hours of sleep. I'm sure some of us do take an effort to sleep that much, but sleep is very important. If somebody is sleep deprived, we often see that the sugars are uncontrolled and the weight is also not controlled. So this is a very important factor along with eating. So it's just not food. We always talk about food. But if you're eating right and you're still gaining weight or you still have diabetes, then there could be other problems. The problems could be stress. Stress causes your sugars to go up. And we've often seen it in diabetics. The moment they're stressed, their sugars just shoot up. Another important thing is sleep. If you're not sleeping for 7.5 hours, then your risk for getting lifestyle problems goes up. So that's another important factor. Another most important factor which we neglect is physical activity. The very easy way of losing weight is go on a diet, go on crash diets. Tell me that they find some slimming center, they were advised only watermelon all day. And so somebody told them, rather than say moong khao, and they lose weight. But how to sustain that? Because today, yes, you can do it, but it's not something that you can do till you go to the grave. I always tell my patients, do something that you can do till you go to the grave, because that is sustainable and that is healthy weight loss. Nobody should desire a weight loss of more than 4 kilos. That's the upper limit. 2 kilos is the ideal body weight that you should lose per month. If you're able to lose that, that's ideal and that's the right way. In fact, today a patient came to me and she looks slim. And we all know that people who look slim, we think that they are healthy, which is not really true. What is gripping our country is not obesity, it is adiposity. And adiposity means the amount of fat in your body. So this girl looked really thin and slim, very beautiful. And when we actually did our body fat percent, her body fat was 36% when the normal cutoff is 28%. So she's got 36% fat in her body. She's 53 kilos, out of which 20 kilos is body. So what we have to work at is not at losing weight. What we have to work at is building muscle. And most often we'll see that Indians have less muscle in their body. The reason being is our protein intake. How many of you all here are vegetarian? See, 50% are vegetarian. When it comes to vegetarian, what do you eat? How do you meet your protein requirements? How would you meet your protein requirements? That's why it's important that if you want to lose weight or if you want sugars to come under better control, you have to look at how much protein are you eating. And muscle, why do we focus on muscle? Why do we say that it is important to build muscle? Because muscle burns. Anybody here who knows their height? Male? Just wait, yes. Now if you look at, to know whether your ideal body weight, it's very simple. For a female, you minus it by 105. So 154 minus it by 105, she should be 49 kilos. So that, for if it's a male, if she was a male who was 154 centimeters, you minus it by 100, that means it should be around 54 kilos. So this simple way of knowing what is your ideal body weight. Then we come to BMI. I'm sure all of you know what is BMI. BMI is body mass index, and we all used to talk about BMI a lot. In fact, till today we were talking about BMI, and we all said if the BMI, then you don't need to worry. But today we are talking that BMI is not the indicator for whether you're overweight or whether you're underweight or obese. There is another indicator which is important, but BMI is also important. Now what BMI should be done, but it's not whether your head in the desired. Now this is a very important thing which is gripping our country today. If you look at most people, they look slim but they have big bellies. And in the olden days, it was a sign of prosperity. We said, you know, the bigger the belly, the more prosperous is the person. But today we say the bigger the belly, the faster is the person making his passport to go to the grave. So it's a very, very, they say कि अगर पेट बढ़ रहा है मतलब चावल मत खाओ, है ना? True. The population of fat in the abdominal area. So look, if you're gaining weight around the abdominal area, it is and it's very easy, it's the pant size you wear. No, you should always measure. Your waist circumference should be at the navel. So for females, it should be less than 80 centimeters, which is 32 inches. And for a male, it should be less than 35 inches or 90 centimeters. Now, anybody who knows what? 36. So you should aim at least a 34 or a 35. 34 is what you should aim at. So that if you're wearing that pant size means you're normal. I'm sure others are okay, other than you. What pant size do you wear? Okay. Any reason belly to go big?